Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, you guys, and happy week before Thanksgiving, and happy Pink Weekend Eve. I know there's so much going on this month, and especially right now. So welcome. So today we're just going to dive right in, and we are going to be talking tonight about how to melt proof your Thanksgiving makeup. Since Thanksgiving is next week. So the very first thing on melt proofing your makeup starts with skincare. So make sure that you already have a great skincare routine in place. Make sure you do it the night before. And of course, make sure that you do it morning up. Now, something else I always recommend the night before is do a mask, whether and exfoliate and mask. You may have to kind of pick and choose, just depending on which exfoliant you're using and which mask you're using. So if you're super, super oily, go ahead and do that charcoal mask and then sleep in the gel mask. If you are not super oily, just put the gel mask on and sleep in it. Of course, did I grab it, put it over here? No. But I'm talking about the activated charcoal mask and the moisture renewing gel mask. They're both amazing. I sleep in the gel mask all the time. But that way you've already got your skin primed and just feels really great and is really ready to hold on to that makeup the next day. So the next thing I'm going to recommend is when you get up, it's probably going to be early. And if you're hosting, there's a chance that you didn't get a whole lot of sleep because you were running around like a turkey with the type cut off. Pop on some hydrogel eye patches. Get up, wash your face, do your skincare, and just slap these on, and let them marinate while you have your coffee and maybe get a few things started before you actually go in and do your makeup. That way, helps with bags. It's going to help just you feel better. It's going to help with some puffiness, dark circles. Make sure under eye area is really, really hydrated so that when you put on your makeup, you don't have creasing with your concealer and things like that under your eyes. Sorry. Turn my phone on silent. The next step is, of course, going to be prime your skin really well. So you want to use your foundation primer all over, no matter which foundation you're wearing. And if you're going bareface, I still recommend the foundation primer just because it's going to really help even out your skin texture. And it's got little light reflectors in it. So it's actually going to help a little bit with the appearance of your skin as well. Now, if you are somebody who is super oily like me, on days like that where I'm going to be just running like crazy, I really like to add in a little bit of the oil mattifier into my primer. Now, you can absolutely dab it on underneath your primer, on top of your makeup, because it's got little micro sponges that absorb, I think it's 10 times its weight in oil. So it's going to really help suck up the excess oil off your face and help mattify things. So I like to mix it into my primer. And then again, like throughout the day, if I go in and I'm super oily and I don't want to add more powder, I'll get just like a little teeny, like that much, and you take it and you can just tap it in where you need it, and you want to tap, not rub, and then it won't disturb your makeup. So that's it with that. And of course, don't forget your setting powder. So you've got the translucent powder or the tinted setting powder. Of course, you guys know the translucent powder is my absolute favorite, but if you need more coverage, or if you just want a really lightweight foundation, the silky setting powder, I wear it sometimes just as a really light foundation. But if I need more coverage because of things going on with my face, I reach for the silky setting powder. But this is going to allow your makeup to last, like your foundation to last even longer, because it's really going to help set that foundation and hold it in place. But also throughout the day, absorb the excess oil and sweat and things like that. And of course, if we're talking about setting, you need setting spray. This is probably like my number one secret weapon to any melt proof look. You guys hear me talk about it a lot during the summer because like I have really oily skin. And so in the summer, my skin gets even more oily. So it's just like to keep things from sliding off my face, I use the setting powder. Same thing on things like Thanksgiving, where it's going to be a long day, lots of stuff going on, and I really need my makeup to last because I don't want to be touching it up constantly. And that's where the setting spray comes in, because it's really just like the final step to holding the makeup on your face. And the great thing is you can also use it just to kind of refresh yourself throughout the day, because it's got a very cooling effect. But it does, even though it's setting your makeup, you don't feel it. Like, you don't feel like you've got something caked on your face. The other thing I love this for is, say you get a little too much powder on your face. If you spritz this, it helps take away the powdery look off of your face. So now let's talk a little bit more about some of the other color things. So the first thing is mascara. Now, hear me out on this. If you are going to be the one doing a lot of the cooking, shoving your face in the oven, face over lots of pots and pans, if at all possible, wait until you're pretty much done with cooking before you put on your mascara. Why? Because you open the door to the oven and the heat comes rushing out. And guess what can happen? Mascara can literally melt. And so your eyelashes can get stuck together. Ask me how I know, because I've had it happen before. So what I do, I don't wear makeup on Thanksgiving. I'm just going to be honest. Thanksgiving, we wear pajamas around the house. We hang out at home. But I have, had more formal Thanksgivings where I have been, in the kitchen and dressed, and obviously dressed, but, dressed more nicely, dressed nicer, things like that, pictures, all the things. And so on those kinds of occasions, I leave the mascara off until I'm pretty much done, because literally when I say stuck together, I mean stuck together. Now, not like your lashes are ruined or anything like that. They're not. It's just then you have to go redo your mascara because it gets all clumpy. So I always tell people, wait until you're pretty much done, at least with the things that involve high heat in the oven, so that you don't run the risk of lashes sticking together. But on things like Thanksgiving, I always recommend going over top your favorite mascara with waterproof mascara, just because it's going to keep your mascara from running. It's going to seal it all in. I'm not going to say it lasts longer. It probably does, because waterproof just does not go anywhere. But the big thing is just it's going to last the whole day through, all the tears of laughter, all the things. I lost my train of thought, but on things like this, I always do top with waterproof. Now, I say top because I personally do not like wearing waterproof mascara straight on my lashes, because it can be drying. And so that's why I personally always recommend you put your mascara on and then your final coat or two is the waterproof, personally. Okay, next step, or next thing, your eyeshadow. You want to make sure you have a really great base layer underneath your eyeshadow, whether it's foundation or concealer or some powder or even the liquid eyeshadows underneath, just to give it that staying power, because eyeshadow is something that as the day goes on, it can start to fade or run off if you haven't primed your eye really, really well beforehand. So prime your eyes. And then, of course, eyeliner and lip liner. Meltproof, you always want a waterproof eyeliner to keep it from getting all over the place. And of course, the lip liners now are waterproof. But with eyeliner, a little bit goes a long way, you guys. All of our eyeliners are now waterproof. You guys know I just happen to really, really, really love the pencil. But of course, the gel is waterproof. It's amazing. And the felt tip pen is also waterproof. And it's amazing. But just making sure that your eyeliner is waterproof. Now, if you don't like waterproof eyeliner, or you don't like any of those aforementioned things, you can stick to powder. So what you can do is take your setting spray and the angle brush, and you just spritz it. And then I'm going to go in and let's see what color. Let's just grab some espresso. You guys can see I'm just dipping it in there. And then you just go right on. Now there we go. It's not going to be 100% waterproof like the pencils, it will come off when you go to wash it off, but it's still going to wear better than if you just did like eyeshadow without the setting spray. This is going to make it last a lot longer, and it's also going to go on a lot smoother. And then lips, that's the final step. So melt proofing your makeup for Thanksgiving, lips. Skip the lip gloss. I love lip gloss, truly, but it does not last the way that lipstick is going to last. And so what I do, or what you want to do, you want to start with your lip liner. And of course, these are waterproof, which means they're going to last even longer than our old lip liners did. But you're going to line your lips. And the trick is to fill in your lips with your lip liner as well. It really gives your lipstick something to grab to. And that's the other thing, is go for lipstick versus lip gloss. Now, personally, right now I am like living in these liquid lipsticks that we have. But one of our great gel lipsticks, or even the hydrating lipstick, is going to be great. Now, I will say the gel lipsticks are going to last longer on you than the hydrating lipsticks are. It's just because of the formulation. Anything that's hydrating is just not going to have the staying power that things like a gel lipstick is going to have. But I love the hydrating lipsticks. But for longest lasting, you're going to want to go for the gel. Now, the other thing that you can do, just a little trick, is you can take a tissue or a piece of toilet paper, and you want to get it down to one ply. So you would literally just take this one piece of tissue, like the one ply. First, you would want to blot, and then you might apply a couple coats of lipstick and blot in between. And the blotting is going to take off the excess, but it's really going to push the pigment into your lips. But the final setting step is with a fluffy brush, like with a fluffy powder brush. You would actually put the tissue over your lips, and then with your powder brush, you just go right over top of it. And it's going to put just a little bit of powder on there, and it's really going to set your lipstick in. And then, of course, if you're finishing your whole face with finishing powder, it's going to give it even more staying power. So that is it, you guys. That is melt proofing your makeup for Thanksgiving. As always, if you have questions, just comment below or shoot me a text. And then just a reminder, if you are already my customer or over in my Beauty Insiders group on Facebook, tomorrow begins Pink Weekend. We're doing it a weekend early, in case you did not know that. Usually we do it on Pink Friday and Small Business Saturday, and sometimes I even carry it over into Cyber Monday. But because Mary Kay was founded on the priorities of God first, family second, and career third, I'm really trying to honor that and keep Thanksgiving weekend about my family. And so that's why I've done the shift, because that way I can shut my business down when family gets here Tuesday night, and I'm not even going to look at it until Monday. Now, that's not to say if you texted me over Thanksgiving weekend, I will absolutely get back to you, because I'll have my phone. I just might not get back to you as quickly. But I didn't want to run my sale on Thanksgiving weekend just because it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. I was like, I would just rather have it done before Thanksgiving. So yeah, and plus that way I'm not bothering you guys on Thanksgiving weekend. So that is it. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. If you're not in my Beauty Insiders group and you're watching this over on my Facebook page, make sure you, I think it's under the communities tab. You can just request to join and you'll be able to see all the sale information in there. So that is it. Have a great night, you guys. Again, if you're in my group, tomorrow morning, I will be going live with my favorite items that are going to be on the sale. So have a great night, you guys. See you later. Bye.